Welcome everyone to a new campaign for Total War Warhammer 2. My name is SurrealBeliefs and we're looking at a campaign for the Beastmen. I'm using what's called Grimhammer. You used to know it by the name of Steel Faith Overhaul 2, but now it's called Grimhammer. So if you would like to check out my modification collection, I do have it linked down below. I'm trying to use a few less mods this time, that way we can focus on stability. And so I'm going to make sure that I add things that I feel like add enough to the game to warrant their addition. And to let you know, as we play through the game, I'll be talking about lore, so if you don't know much about the Beastmen, you'll know more about them by the time our campaign is done. My current legendary lord is called Taurox the Brass Bull. Now he is added in by a modification made by the infamous Mixu, but he is a lore character. He's indeed in the army book. So we're gonna go look at what we have over here. We've got various missions. I just have to move characters to different locations. Yeah, it's all over, huh? The Heart of Tzeentch. All of the core gods here. Okay. I'll eventually get out there, 2,000 experience. The Cursed Jungle might take some time though. There's a few of these where I won't be able to easily do it, not for a bit of time. What about Rakto Gorge? Ah, right, that's over here. So again, that will take time. In 6 turns, one unique mechanic that we'll be dealing with is called the Darkmoon. As you can see here by the little text, the Darkmoon is of great importance to the Beastmen and a chance for any Beastmen leader to guide their warband. Oh, and beginning in part 2, we're gonna have custom names for our lords, our heroes, and our units too. If you would like to name them, I do have a link to my Discord down below where you'll be able to do so. I'll lose 1 bestial rage. That is okay. I'll take the hit. I kind of want to get rid of him, but it looks like it won't let me. That's unfortunate. What's over here? Upkeep goes down. We gain more experience, but I lose 10% of my research rate. That couldn't be too bad, right? Maybe not always. Alright, I'm going to hide you. Taurox, I'm going to have you move towards our initial foe, Talabheim, or Talabeclan, but their capital city is called Talabheim. It's meant to be a major location encircled by a type of crater. I mean, it's kind of like that personification here, as you can see, but I've got a custom mod for custom maps for battles, so hopefully that should look cool. But I really do enjoy what Mixu brings to the table because we now have elector counts. I feel like you can't really play the Empire without having the really enigmatic elector counts who make up the Empire. So here we have Helmet Feuerbach. You can see his little text over here. The elector count of Talabeclan is known notoriously for his foul temper. His poor judgment, combined with his irritating personality, resulted in a long list of people who would much rather see the count disappear. Are you me? Anyway, he's not recruiting anyone right now. It's not his turn. He'll either move into the town and avoid me or do something. I'm really not too sure yet, so we're gonna find out about that. I do have Beastmen ambush by default, and let's go look at Taurox the Brass Bull. We've got over here the Brazen One. Not only am I immortal, but my upkeep goes down by 35% for all Minotaur units. Hey, I'm double the immortal. Look at that. That's pretty good. And then last thing, let's go look over here. Increased rating income, plus 20% from provinces controlled by humans, own armies faction-wide. Recruitment duration, minus 1 turn for Centaur units, own armies faction-wide. Melee defense up by plus 5 for Centaur units. I really thought it would all be about Minotaurs. I mean, I do appreciate a bit of variety, but that's interesting. Anyway, and over here we have the Darkmoon. The Darkmoon is of great importance to the Beastmen, as I said before, so that'll be our like 2 major things for. And ignore the little profile picture, you can see him here, he's clearly a bull. So, for research, let's go look at what we want right now. That would lower upkeep by 1%, which really isn't that major. We would get more money from raiding. That sounds pretty good. Raiding is probably a good thing for me to do. Over here is Call of the Herdstones. Each one of these is 5,000 gold. That's a lot of gold, or total favor. If I come over here though, I'll lose 10%. I'm gonna take Grizzly Trophies. Ancient Beast Paths to increase my evasion chance by 20%. Sounds good. There's a few of these that sounds pretty alright. I like the idea of saving money, but we'll see what I do. Alright, I've done everything that I can for my current turn. I really can't recruit more, not unless I form an encampment. We do have regiments of renown. There are also other units that we can worry about later on. Oh, look at that, he's able to upgrade. If I keep him safe, maybe we could just make more money with him. That's only 50 more gold though. I would lose 3,000. He's giving me what, 208 income, which is really not that much. That's one horde upgrade available. So I don't really want him. I'm gonna ignore his upgrade for now. I'm gonna focus on the Brass Bull, and later I'll focus on other targets. It looks like he's got a tier 2 settlement by default. That's really good. Okay, oh sorry, that's the upkeep. Yeah, right over here is my income on the right hand side. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, so we're gonna end our turn now. It took me a while, but I wanted to cover all my bases and get everything situated, and I wanted to explain things for those of you who might be new to the faction or would like to know a little bit more about it. Local tribes have been found. This region is home to some Beastmen tribes. They are friendly and support your war herd. One thing I really enjoyed about the older modification made by fans for Medieval 2 called Call of Warhammer, or Rage of the Dark Gods now, is that you had encampments in the woods where Beastmen had their bases of operations, right? You could destroy them, absolutely. You could eradicate their faction, but they would be back in like 20, 30, 40, 50 turns. And that does sound annoying. It's meant to be. The Beastmen are never able to be fully eradicated from the woods. So I really found that was a great way to have a really solid antagonist. But there were many more towns in Medieval 2, so it felt much more like a massive war could be waged over a long period of time. Here, there's a lot of empty space, as you can see where I'm at. It does look like he's going towards Telopheim, so I will probably raid. I can even go after maybe a village close by. I mean, I am a horde, so I can travel wherever I want to. It doesn't really matter where they're at. I'll just go elsewhere. I'll attack where they're weak. Right now, Middelin is fighting the Brass Legion. Stirlin is currently fighting the Vampire Counts, and Reichlin is fighting the faction of Temple Hof, which is rather far from them, so that shouldn't really do too much. No, if you remember, if any of you saw it, if you're a regular of my channel, I was sick for quite some time and I was not able to get onto my channel and all of that. So I'm going to dedicate myself to the Dark God so we can just embrace it. Anyway, yeah, they'll probably update this over time, but the name right now, Steel Faith Overhaul 2, lets you decide how your campaign will play thanks to the cap system, which I'm actually a huge fan of. I'm a huge proponent of just not having the AI or me just spam upgrades just because we have the money for it. It doesn't make things feel special. I prefer it when your standard line troops have a role in your army, as they well should. Anyway, you can decide which caps system you want to use. Faction-wide caps enables a system similar to the Tomb Kings where unit types are limited, and you must build buildings to extend the cap. Each faction also has unique mechanics to extend their unit caps. Army caps enables a system which limits how many unit types you can have in a single army. For example, you could only have X number of Swordmasters of Hoeth and Y number of Phoenix Guard per army. Faction-wide and army caps is, you guessed it, a combination of both systems. Okay, I gotcha. Enabling the cap system may make your game harder. The AI will also have the same limitations. Ah, very good. It's a final choice. I could just go by their faction-wide caps. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that is just really what I want to try out. If I don't like it in the future, I will handle it. I will address things appropriately, And let's see, for raiding, I would gain +2 to Bestial Rage. Their public order would go down. I know they're not really a huge fan of it. That's fine though. I'm coming on down, don't mind me. Just here to make some money. Yeah, I am indeed making some money, so that's pretty cool. I could just grow 2 armies and begin to attack with a cheaper army and begin to raid as well. So that's another idea that we can work with. I'm making a decent amount, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Again, diplomacy is really not a thing that I can engage in, not on a massive scale. There are other Beastmen war herds, as they are called, but they're just kind of out there. I'm fighting a lot of factions right now, aren't I? I'm fighting Dark Elves, I'm fighting Ostermark, Telebecklin, Oslin, Clarkaron. Okay, so I'm fighting like all of the Dark Elves too, interesting. I wonder why that's beginning as a default war setting. I have no idea, but we're gonna end our turn again. Whenever you're playing a type of nomadic faction, you end up ending turns a little bit more. Now, I do have one magical, amazing modification that I endorse everyone checking out, and it's called like the Mortal Empire's Turn Destroyer. What it does is the work of a butcher, but it's a very much needed job to be done. It gets rid of minor factions that are not vital to the game, that are really far away from you, that you will never interact with, because the simple fact of the matter is you're going to have longer turn times whenever you just have more factions. There's more for the actual AI to deal with and all of that, and it's not great. I made my tea way too sweet, dear God. I was like putting tea in, then I spilled some in, and I was like, oh God. But you can only laugh at things like that, at least in my view. I'm not fighting every faction right now. Oslin is a potential threat to me. I was really hoping to be able to find Teleheim early on, but that's going to take a minute. I'll probably go after a nearby village instead. We can travel around, burning things down, trying to make money, trying to make ends meet. I kind of like to picture a type of like gore, which is one of the types of beastmen that you have out here, and he's doing accounting work. Taurox, you don't understand. We don't have enough kibbles and bits. No, they're just all about murder fucking. That's really what beastmen are all about. You don't even have to really read between the lines. You know what they're here for. Alright, chaos invasion. No chaos invasion. We could just say they come over whenever. Interesting. Or by turn 150. We could say, let's see here. I don't want them to come too soon. We'll say turn 150 to 200. Yeah. Imperial Peace, AI setup, United They Stand. That would make it much harder for me. So the rumors are true. I want it to be harder for me. I don't think I'll be able to like break into their town and destroy them outright. So I'm gonna go to Kemperbad. That's really where I want to go. I'm still making money, but I'd like to kind of move down here a little bit faster if I could. I think I would prefer to do that. It's really far away though for me. I'm not a fan of that. So let me go ahead and head on down. You can see that I'm increasing corruption ever so quickly. It's not taking me much time to do so. It's another 2,000, okay. So let's go ahead and grab some basic units. It's going to take me a long time to recruit at the rate I'm going. That would give me a unit capacity of +2 for best Gores, Ungores. Let's see, that's all good. No point to recruiting a new lord. There's only so many of them that I can pick up anyway. Beast paths, huh? May intercept. Gotcha. Charge bonus goes down by -10. Alright, let's end our turn again. But thankfully turns are relatively quick. We'll see how it all plays out. I might even lose army number 2, but I'm not too worried. If my money's not being put to good use, there's no point to just keeping it there. So, the Beastmen came into existence thousands of years ago, and not from Todd making sweet bleeding love with the local goats. You had these cosmic papa toads called the Old Ones who made the world and everything in it. They had these polar gates they used as a kind of ferrying service. It was like their own intergalactic Uber. But one day they would collapse and explode, sending the manifestation of chaos spiraling all over the world. Millions would die during this time period, and it's probably an era where that would be a majority of the world's population. Maybe, but numbers are really never important in Warhammer world building anyway. Like, the High Elves always have just enough to get by. Here we go, we have a pretty big fight. It looks like I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. Let's see, local tribes, I got you, horde growth. I am going to be in big trouble. They have a lot of swordsmen, they have a lot of everything they need to just really do a lot of damage to me. So my goal is to probably fight them in the trees. That would negate a few of their advantages. There's not a lot of trees here, unfortunately, so we're going to see what we can do in this fight. I'm heavily outnumbered. I don't have the quality of troops in order to beat the Empire, so this should be really interesting. They just had to recruit for 2 turns and then come after me, whereas I still have what I began with. I mean, I did combine my 2 forces. Really, the goal is to probably recruit with the 2 of them. That way I can still use my own numbers to try to overwhelm them. Alright, so we're in a pretty bad situation. If they didn't have great swords in Knights of the Blazing Sun, I would feel more comfortable with our battle, but unfortunately they have all of that, so here's what we're going to do. Minotaurs will join my leader. We want probably very dense formations. We want to have them come after us. We want to hit them really hard. We want to try to hit their blasted, dirty, disgusting Knights of the Blazing Sun. So we're going to keep a fairly dense formation, I think, as we try to stick together. My bowmen will be back here. My throwing axes, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I could use them to charge and go after their mortars. I would like to distract the mortar, so these two will stay together. Everyone else will kind of get ready over here. Yeah, so you'll be here, you'll be here. Let's move in right now. We can kind of fight into trees. We are Beastmen. There's a few trees. If only we had just a full-on pack of woods. Oh, that would be amazing. But unfortunately, we don't really have that. Alright, so everyone's moving into position now. I got a charge bonus of 25. Also, if you see a few weird names here, I may have been drunk. I may have been drunk when I named these. Don't worry, they will be renamed, so we're not going to have a bunch of silly names, but... Anyway. Get to the point. We're going to go after this Knights of Blazing Sun, I think in just a moment. Let's come back over here. I really do not like that mortar. That mortar is going to do a lot of damage to me. Hopefully it's not very accurate, but we're going to see. I'm going to bring my special units over here. I'm going to have my Ungor Raiders now move up. They're going to go after probably the Free Company Militia. I'm going to move back these units too. If they want to come fight me, they can. They'll probably turn around. The AI is usually pretty good about that. Turning around and coming after you. Much like that. Here we go. That's a nasty fight. Don't like it. Okay. So Ungor Raiders, you're going to move up right now. You're going to begin attacking whatever is nearby. Let's go after these, or that mortar. Throwing axes, what I'm going to have you go after. I would like to go after Helmet Feuerbach. We want to get him. He's out there somewhere, being a helmet. Let's hope my spears... Oh, they actually did quite a bit of damage to them. That's very nice. I'm very happy about that. Let's move back again. Maybe we could just like press forward a little bit, I suppose. Let's get all of these... Yeah, just start shooting a bunch of their units. Just start shooting them. Oh, those are pikemen. Go kill the pikemen. Pikemen are nasty. Alright, so let's go after these mortars. They're chasing me with a bunch of units. Let's move away. The goal is to just get rid of that mortar crew. If we can get rid of the mortar crew, I mean, they are being harped non-stop. So we should be able to get rid of the mortar crew. Then we can leave and fight other enemies. We've got over here Taurox, who's going to go after their leader, Helmet Feuerbach. Helmet has a cool mustache, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that well against me. Okay, so let's move up everyone real quick. Maybe like over here. We're going to bring in a lot of units to just help me out in this pretty big fight. Let me go look again in slow motion just because I'm trying to get my bearings on how to play the Beastmen. I haven't played them since like Warhammer 1, I'm pretty sure. It's been a long time. So Knights of the Blazing Sun unfortunately came after me. That's really bad for me. Let's just try to get away. The goal is to distract them for a while. Then I could have them move in to help me out, kill some Free Company Militia, which evidently are a high threat to me. That's not a great sign. We're already beating the crap out of Helmet. If you look at Taurox, he's the Brass Bull. A normal Gore Bull on a good day is a murdering fuck. So you can imagine how bad an actual faction leader can be for that. Dear me. Very savage. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. You come over here, you come over here, and you move in over here. We're just gonna keep them kind of clumped up. Keep on fighting them. What about my throwing axes? What are they doing? They're gonna ride away. I need you to ride away right now. The harpies are gonna move in. We're gonna have them come after these crossbowmen from behind. So we're gonna do that instead. Alright, let's go focus on their infantry actually. We're gonna try to overwhelm their infantry, take some shots from behind. They do have great swords. I'm not a fan of fighting the great swords. If we go look at it right now, Taurox is having a great time. He's already smashed through a lot of enemies. My Minotaurs haven't really killed a lot. I thought they would kill a lot more by now, but they haven't really killed too many. I don't know why that is. They're fighting a pretty low tier group. They do have 40 melee defense, so maybe they're just really tough. I haven't played Steel Faith in a very long time, because I usually play custom lords, so when I can't play custom lords, I tend to not touch a modification, because I just love playing as custom lords. Alright, let's go shoot these great swords. Even though we don't have armor piercing, we can at least do some damage to them. You can see that we have surrounded a lot of the Empire now. Telebiklin's having a pretty bad time. We are being charged from behind, but I'll take care of that somehow. Alright, so just come over here. I know. Oh, harpies are gone. That was my bad for just kind of pressing that a little bit too hard. Okay, so have we taken care of their leader yet? He is wavering, but he's not dead yet. A lot of their infantry is breaking, but we have more to kill. We are currently doing a lot of damage to his greatswords. That's a really good sign. The Free Company Militia will probably do a lot of damage to me, volley after volley. But let's see here. Yeah, we're doing all right with them. Let me go look at each and every unit that I have right now. So you'll turn around and go after the greatswords. You're over here. You have your shields. Come over here. Let's go fight some more of them. You'll keep on pressing in over here. Dingo, dingo, dingo. Don't know where I got that name from. You'll be over here. We're just going to keep on pressing or retaliating against what new units they have coming after me. I wanted to go after their blasted Knights of the Blazing Sun, but thankfully they're at least chasing me, so that's a really good thing. We're actually going to turn over here. I'm going to hold down shift to issue a chain command, so if you don't know about that, now you do. Knowledge is power, use it well, or guard it well. Alright. Let's go look at Taurox. We still want to go after Helmet. If I could just wound him, that would be great. The great swords are still taking damage. They do have some defenses, but it looks like we're still able to do enough to them to change things up. That's very exciting for me. It's very good for me. Harpies are going back into Harp. Harper's gonna Harp. Come over here. Alright. My bows are still doing a lot of damage to these great swords. I'm so happy about that. They're not losing a lot, not yet. That's a really garish red arrow. I don't like looking at it. Gotta tell you, I really don't. Alright, let's come over here, go help out my Harpies. My Harpies are just meant to distract for a period of time. They're not meant to stay there forever and just die. Alright, so we took care of the pikemen over there. Let's now go look at what else we have. Hold on, space. Still fighting them. So yeah, again, sometimes I want neat formation. Sometimes I actually do want my units to be bunched up, and I find that to be a really good thing. That can be a really good thing for me. Alright, so we're gonna keep on following Helmet, because I want to try to get rid of him. We don't want him to rally and come back into the fight. My Harpies have killed over 50, so that's actually not too bad. My Centaurs are over here too. They're gonna move away right now. My Spears, are they? Yeah, they're actually staying here to fight, so that's good. We're gonna keep on going after them. Keep on doing that. My warriors are fleeing, at least those warriors are fleeing. Understandable. Alright. Keep on fighting. Great swords. They're still under attack. I want to go after these Free Company militiamen over here, so let me go. Do I have my Harpies? I do. So let's go after them and distract them. They're actually nearly out of ammo. It looks like many of them are beginning to break now, so that's another really good sign. We're going to go chase after them. I took up their leader, so he's gone. Let's go chase after whatever's nearby. That's really just the goal right now, is to go after whatever might be nearby. We can just kill them all and laugh at them like this. Ha ha ha. Much like that. If you know that laugh, then you know what type of shows I watch. Alright. Hopefully I did it well enough to where people can recognize it. I'm sure a few of you will be like, crap, I don't know it. What is it? What could it be? I don't know. Alright, so the cool part is we're very fast. A speed of 51. Oh my god, we are very fast. I like just seeing, oh my god, they're just flying around. Woo! Okay, Minotaurs, they don't care. Taurox killed over 40. Minotaurs killed over 100. So that's enemy number 1 done for. My Centaurs did a pretty good job. We were outnumbered. I wanted to be outnumbered because I wanted to lure them out. I did lure them out, so now we've beaten them. Now I can heal up for a turn or two. Oh, here, just kind of shoot them. If you shoot them from behind, let's go watch that. It's hunting time. It's time to hunt. Oh, get more kills. Oh yeah, I should probably answer a few questions. I am better. I still have kind of a cough. I was sick for over 2 weeks. I had the flu, then I got a stomach virus and or food poisoning. I'm not sure if it was food poisoning or a stomach virus, but either way that happened, and I'm happy to be back on my channel. It's been a long break. I'm gonna slowly rev up. Like, I'm not gonna go right into doing like 20 series. I'm gonna just take my time, kind of just like fill things out, and eventually get to a point where we have like a bunch of regular series. So that was a heroic victory for our very first battle. I was outnumbered. We did pretty well. I kept them clumped up. They were distracted by my Harpies and my Centaurs too. So that was very rough for them. And Helmet was wounded. We actually killed or captured a lot of them. They have only 377 remaining. I have over 1,500. I lost 340. Gotta make it look easy, y'all. Alright. Let's go have a look over here. 2,300. I don't want to lose my bestial rage. How much would that? Oh yeah, that'll drop me by a bit. Let's see here. I'm currently cowed. Oh, I don't want to be cowed. Ha! I'm cowed. That's kind of funny. Alright. Devour captives. That would allow me to replenish by a lot. I would be able to keep on moving. I do like that experience gain. I kind of wish it would show me if I would get a chevron or not, but let's go ahead and take that replenishment. That's a very powerful amount. The gadfly. If you don't hate me yet, don't worry, your time will come. So Now he causes the discouraged effect, reducing leadership. Oh man. So now we're stronger when it comes to taking out enemy leadership. I may even just go after him again. I'll try to ambush him if I'm able to. We did level up. The goal is to level up a lot. That's really the biggest goal too. Because eventually, once I begin to break them down, it will cascade to my advantage. Okay, let's see here. The number of Beastmen has grown in recent years. Deep in the forests of the old world, in hidden caves and secluded desert regions, they are waiting for their time to come. It would make the game easier if I play Chaos or Beastmen. No. Let's keep them in their home areas, because I don't want that extra help. Okay, so we're going to take Gargantuan Hooves. The ground shakes, the earth moves, the spirit trembles, the Beastman comes. That's lewd. It's too lewd for me. Alright. So what are we going to take today? Well, I do like that, getting rid of their holdout time. I'm the boss. Blessed by evil, I could lower their upkeep further. But I think for now, I just want to hurt things more. I've got to tell you, when defending, my defense goes down. Plus 20% weapon strength when attacking. I will be attacking, so that sounds pretty good. Let's come over here and fight. Okay, he's gonna run away to Talabheim. How big is the garrison? Shoot, it's pretty darn big. It's overlapping too, but if I ambush him, come on, ambush. Oh man. There's like a minimal possibility for me to win that one. I have to recruit more. I've got to be able to throw more bodies into the fights. I'm not quite there to where I can beat that. Only because of their knights. I think I could beat that if it wasn't for all the knights. The knights alone are really bad for me. They're a true counter to my ways. Alright. So let's come over here. I'm replenishing a little bit. Wish I could have my regiments over now, but I cannot. So that I don't have to wait. We can look what we have. The Ripper Horn Tribe. Still nothing that we can do. Okay. So we're just gonna go after villages for now. And I think what I'm gonna have this guy do, I'm gonna have him, how far can I move? Before, let's see, where is it at? Gathering herds, hidden encampment. Okay, so I need 25. Alright, so I'm gonna begin doing that where I leave 25 so I can actually recruit a little bit more. I'll lose some rage. It's never good. I like my rage. We need spears. So I'm gonna take some spears. If we lose this army, so be it. The Darkmoon will be here in 3 turns. You can see the moon beginning to change. It's actually a pretty cool visual effect. The Brass Bull is pretty far off, but yeah, we'll try to deliver some new units. That way we can move and attack constantly. Eventually I'll be able to fill things out. And I think after our Beastmen campaign, I'm gonna play as a Skaven. Probably a custom faction. That'll be fun. I know after 3 Kingdoms we should be getting probably an update for the Skaven and Lizardmen. They kind of alluded to that with their update blog. I haven't played 3 Kingdoms yet outside of one battle, but I do hope it's really good because I love Chinese history so much, and I was so happy to find out that they actually went for it. I was so happy about that. So I think for campaigns like this, because you have to be a little bit careful in the very beginning, it'll take time, but eventually we will get to a point where we're just able to overwhelm our enemies. I would love to go to Talabheim right now and just burn it down. That would make me so much money, probably. Alright, so we were talking about chaos. I remember that everything was getting infected, people were dying, things were really bad. But whenever the world was being infected by the falling parts of, you know, the polar gates and solidified chaotic energy, that is when you had Todd, a pretty normal guy who decided to start shagging goats and cows. I kid you not. They describe it with more elegance in the army book, like, oh, primitive man and beast began to mate. Yeah, they were fucking goats, alright? And so, the Beastmen were born from the pleasures of Todd and Betsy. Dark choice. Okay, so I can get a Gore Bull or a Bray Shaman. Interesting. I would like more murdering. Oh man, we're gonna be able to have some custom names and all that. That's gonna be great. I would like to level them up. What can you do to a town? You can assault a garrison. 400. I'm gonna level him up to like level 5 maybe, before things get too crazy. Alright, so let's go look at what I have real quick. Their garrison is pretty minimal. I don't believe I'm a siege attacker, unfortunately. Alright, I have no new items. I'm only level blah blah blah, which is not very high. We are spreading a lot of chaos. I mean, that's going to be another big goal too, is that we're going to spread a lot of chaos. Once I can begin to break down their towns pretty darn fast. So I'll be there in 2 turns. That's a long time. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and grab what I can. I can upgrade that to tier 2. I need quite a bit of growth to get it to tier 3 for my main encampment, which is what I'm going to want later. Let's go look at what else I can pick up. Mound of Blades. Raiding party, that would be interesting. What else do we have? We've got Chaos Warhounds, we've got Harpies and Hounds of Pestilence. Over here is the Razorgore Herd. I think I want that more than anything. Let's see here. I won't be able to pick up any of that for now though. That's unfortunate. I'm not getting that much growth. I'll have to get more growth in order to be better off and all that. But alright, let's go ahead and get a move on. So he's getting me quite a few new units. That's good. That's good. I want more shields. Okay, so you're gonna be ready. Low Bestial Rage, I understand. I don't know what you want me to do with that. That's just what's happening right now. If I could raid, I'm gonna have him raid probably pretty soon. Alright, so I'm losing more money. It's okay, we'll gain more. So yeah, we're gonna have a name and backstory for our Gore Bull over here, given to me by one of you on our Discord server. And now I believe we're going to end our turn again, because I don't really have much else to do other than ending my turn. I've already fought one major fight where I was able to break down Talabheim. If I get a stack of 20, I think I might actually just head back to Talabheim and try to break it down. I normally wouldn't do that, but I'm actually glad I moved towards Kemperbad. They're trying to move back towards Kemperbad as well. Hell, I'll even grab that other Lord Leader and let him join me in battle. So we're gonna see how that all plays out. But yeah, using that turn time destroyer is so imperative for any type of Mortal Empires campaign. Otherwise, you're just spending your entire day just watching turns pass by, and that's not fun. You want to actively play. At least I want to actively play. It would be interesting if you could actually do. Oh, hello, Hawkland. You've got a full stack already. Talabheim would have one, but I kind of beat them. Ostermark is pretty weak. Yeah, so I want to get anything that's going to help me actually move further, because if I can move further, it's a bad joke, then I can cover more ground. If I can cover more ground, I can elude my foes, I can attack villages and get to a new village. I mean, it does make sense in the very beginning that I'm able to go after villages. I don't think I'll actually make that much from Talabheim. They don't have a lot of wealth there. It's unfortunate. Seems to be like more of a military location than anything else. All right, back to me again. Here we go. So in one turn, I get to Darkmoon. I don't know what that's going to do for me yet. The Beastmen are organized into many tribes scattered throughout the regions of the world. Mostly its northern parts. Their campsites are often set up around sacred herdstones erected in remote and secluded places, while most of them just serve as a place to worship and to gather the tribes. There are rumors of 4 great herdstones, each one dedicated to one of the Chaos Gods. Okay. They get a buff to replenishment, growth, and recruitment costs. Many regions of... Okay, so they're home of smaller Beastmen tribes. Gotcha. Also, there are 4 great herdstones hidden on the map. Their exact locations will be revealed through missions. Locate them to receive... Oh, that's really cool. So we definitely want to do that. That's a really cool, like, long-term goal to go after. Alright, so let's come over here. Hold on, I'm going to move you actually right there. And then quell animosity. That's going to be a goal for sure. But let's come over here real quick. Alright, so we're going to give you as much as we can, right? Alright, right. So they're going to give me like a huge penalty for it. That's pretty mean. I don't care that much. I'll take your penalty. I'll need to get rid of it later, but I'll take it for right now. Alright, I'm gonna go to get rid of you real quick. Save some money. Wish I could get rid of you. I'm just gonna let him die probably, but we'll see. Okay. So I've got some money. let's go after. Please don't be wounded. You failed, but you did gain enough experience to get halfway to your next level. Could just have him join, but we'll see. We'll see. I do have my rights as well. I can't use them all yet, but there's some powerful rights here. I probably should have gotten some magic so I could use magic, but I wanted to just have a super meaty group of killers early on. I thought that would be really cool. So let's enter turn again. That's just what we do in these campaigns. I'm enjoying it so far. It's just a really precarious position to be in because they kind of threw me out here where there's not as many weak towns to go after. If I was in a location where there were more towns, like if I began in Britonia, I think I'd have a much easier time. There's a lot of little villages over the map where I could easily just kind of skip around. But again, as I get more campaign movement, you'll see the game change up incredibly so. I think I should move much faster into woods than the Empire whenever I'm in the woods. Like if there's trees on the map, I should just be able to zip right through it. All Beastmen like. Oh, do not attack me, good sir. I do not want that. Talabecklin. You left your town here. I wonder if they'll be able to make it here in 2 turns. They might be heading back. They're probably like, oh crap, there's a full army of Beastmen coming to visit Talabheim. You can see that chaos is already beginning to corrupt their lands a lot. I wonder if it's all me. The Brass Keep is like right over here in this little circle of mountains. Orien's camp. A lot of warherds. Okay, back to me again. The Darkmoon, Morslieb, is ascendant, usurping the sun's revered place in the firmament. The world is awash with its sick and terrible hues. Such an event is almost unheard of. It is a call to the Beastmen, a sign that the herd has an opportunity to dominate. Lead them, Beast Lord, seize glory. Okay. Growth goes down for 3 turns, upkeep goes up, but I get more bestial rage. All must fight, no matter how far. Tired. That's really tough. I lose some money. Kind of want that though. Just to get rid of some of those issues with bestial rage, just have it shoot up. Yeah, see, now it's gonna shoot up a little bit more, which is what I wanted. All right, so go ahead and raid. You can raid by yourself. That's cute. All right, so let's go into battle. I'm not gonna use you in that. I'm just gonna have you join me in the actual fight itself. I'm gonna get rid of like 1 minor unit. Okay, so what can I really use quickly? We're gonna want siege towers. I'm gonna grab, I suppose, a battering ram. We might as well do that. I'm glad I can at least build 2 of these. All right, so it's not in my advantage. Bruno Santelli. Was level 3 too. 100 more experience to go for that. Uh-oh, it's probably a custom map if it's, yeah, or maybe not, I don't know. I think some of them require like a certain level to be all custom like. I don't remember. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of 1 group. Let's see, you're all spears. Yeah, you're all spears, so I can get rid of 1 of you. We're gonna bring in our Gore Bull. He's gonna come train my army. And now we have a really solid group of killers. A really solid group. Thank you, Moon. Ooh, Solar Eclipse. Chaos Corruption goes up by 15. Wow. That's really mean. But I knew the upkeep increase wouldn't be that much, and it really was not that much, so we're completely fine. Let's come over here now. We might as well have Gruck come join us. Alright, so in 1 turn, we're about to go break down Talabheim. That's a really great location to be in. We've kind of just been fighting out here, getting ready for a big war. But now we're going to go after Talabheim. We're going to break down the walls. We're going to probably burn it down. I could just sack it, but it really depends on how much I make. If I don't make that much, I'll just burn it down to the ground. If I could like dedicate it to a god, that would be great. We'll see. So my goal is to definitely try to find one of the hidden herd stones. I'll find the closest one to me, which I believe is the one in Britonia. So that means I'll be moving west. But still, my goal is to go after the Empire. As long as I'm harming the Empire. Oh man, Hogland, don't come over here, please. Marienburg is now fighting Midland, even though the Empire is united. Marienburg is not part of the Empire. I'm excited to have such a major siege battle happen already. I've been waiting for such a major siege battle to occur, and now we have one taking place. The Wa, the Thief Snatchers. So we are nearly to a new turn. There's so many minor factions, and you can see there's no point to having all these minor factions if you're never going to deal with them. I don't ever know what they ever get rid of. Burgon. Did like that icon for Burgon. Alright, here we go. Back to me again. There's my trophies. Research rate kind of goes down a little bit. So, more growth would be great. I do like having more leadership. That's nice. More money would be nice. Beastly Stupor, that would be good too, just to have that extra melee defense and melee attack. That's a pretty big boost, man. I should have gotten that first in hindsight, but that is hindsight. Then again, we are fighting for chaos, so I could just ask for like a few extra eyeballs on the back of my head. Okay, so let's go. I always find besieging interesting. I really do wish we kept the mechanics from Attila. Oh man, could you imagine if we can catch woods on fire? I think performance-wise, it couldn't be done. I would be fine if like one game iteration. I guess it's kind of a tough one because I know whenever you have a new title and it doesn't look better, people get very crabby about it. I would be able to stomach that if they completely focused on just adding more to the actual gameplay. Because Attila had some cool concepts. I hated the time period, and I hated the overall visual representation of all the barbarians. They were just so samey. It just wasn't visually interesting to me. Also, the fighting animations were just not good. You can call me simple, but I like having my crazy fights. All right, so let's go look at where we want to hit. It's very important that I choose the right location. So, I think we've got a pretty big, oh yeah, we have a pretty big bit of cover over here. So what we can do, we're gonna take you two. I'm just gonna have you move up. You've got shields, you can move up too. I could just hide you for now. Well, I guess I could just like get you off of the ram and then hide you in the trees or something, but like over here. But let's go ahead and get everyone to move, just kind of over here, just kind of chill out, hide in the trees. I mean, we're beastmen. Like, imagine you're in town and you're peering out over the town walls. You're trying to really see what's out there, and it's a little bit too late, but you eventually see that there's a great horde, a horde of beastmen coming for you. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Just kind of hiding out, but eventually we're going to go after them and break a few faces in. So here's my beat 'em up gang. Very scary, dear God. It's so gloomy. I'll have to like make things a little bit brighter, I think, in the future, which is probably suitable for anything Warhammer-esque. But all right, let's go ahead and get a move on. Come over here. Come over here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to easily get over there, so let's hope that maybe my siege towers can make it. They're taking a lot of damage, so I'm a little bit worried about it. I just need at least one of them to make it. That would be the best thing ever. All right, so let's go ahead and grab Dingo 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 and some other units and just bring them up. We could just have them walk if we want to like keep them kind of safe. All right, so it does look like we're gonna be able to make it. That's good. That's a really good start. We want to go up there and just try to stay alive. They have handgunners and all of that. All right, Gruck, I'm just gonna have you like go over here for fun. Okay. So they're now just gonna charge out, and on his gloomy Warhammery day, start killing. All right, so these two are taking a lot of damage. They're not hitting my army, so that's probably a good thing. But let's go ahead and move now. I want you over here. And I want you over here. We just want to move out now. We already took over one location. That's actually pretty sweet. It looks like they're having a really tough time already. So let's go and move more units up. now that we can do that. So if we capture that one, we can just move over here. I just need to stay away from that one tower. Let's move over here real quick. Alright, everyone's getting together. I'm actually very shocked they kind of moved away from me. That's very rude. Alright, let's go after these crossbowmen. The Gore Herd is having a pretty easy time. Here's actually a battle where we're going to have probably a pretty good advantage. They can't use combined arms on me. And I'm going to be able to hit them pretty hard. Alright, so I'm going to go and grab these harpies and I'm going to have them come over here. We're going to go and take that ram now. So I want these guys to come over here. And then I'm going to have them go after the front gate. Yeah, they already took a lot of damage. I do not like that at all. But that's what we're dealing with. Harpies are moving in. Let's go ahead and get to the front gate and break it down. Harpies and other units are all doing their part. Let's go look at what we have back here now. We still have more units to bring in. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in all these extra units. They're just going to climb up. Help out a little bit. Might as well go help out. Alright, all these Ungor Raiders, they can move in too. We're going to have them climb elsewhere though. I probably should have put them elsewhere in the very beginning, but that's okay too. Alright, let's go ahead and bring in this dude. We're going to bring him in and have him come help out on the wall. He's able to actually get onto the wall, so yeah, we want him to help out. Alright, let's go bring in more units over here. You can hear the harpies getting them. Oh, the harpies are getting them. At least distracting them. Maybe not getting a lot of them, but distracting them. Alright, so look at my furry balls. They're having a really tough time. My furry balls are getting messed up right now. They are just not having a good day. They're just getting slapped left and right. These poor furry balls. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna probably just send in more units over into the right siege tower. We were able to secure a fairly safe location. The harpies have been distracting more and more of them. That's good. Alright, Gruck. Let's bring in Gruck now. We want to go after more of these spearmen and other units over here. So let's go do that. If we could even contest this fort tower, that would be great. So let's go in. He's going in now. That's one guy dead. I really want to break down that gate. That's why I hate rams. If rams were a little bit more productive of the units they had going towards that gate, then I would use it more, but they're not fantastic at that, are they? Okay, so let's see here. I've got plenty of spears. I'm gonna bring in maybe all of them. We're gonna just go surge on those knights. I want to surge on those knights a little bit. Come over here, leadership. We're hitting them everywhere. Gruck is having a pretty good time too. Gruck is grucking about. It's a pretty dingy day. Dear God, that's a lot of beastmen. All on the walls, man. That's pretty good. What are you saying to me? Cowboys suck. Cowboys suck. Hold on, let me go over here real quick to brightness. Maybe I'll increase it. I don't know if any of you will like that more. I'll have to like tweak it a bit, but it's at least a little bit brighter now. I'll have to maybe like play with the contrast. I've been trying to find like visual settings that won't harm my eyes because I deal with a lot of eye strain, and it's honestly what led to a lot of trouble for recording in the last year for me, because I would just my eyes would just feel tired all the time. Like there was like nothing that I could do without my eyes just feeling drained. Like I would feel physically awake and strong and good and everything was all peachy, but my eyes were not feeling great, and so it was very hard to just record for long periods of time because of that. But if I could have healthy eyes while doing this, I mean I do have to consider that. I've been doing this for years now, so I do have to think about like the long-term health of my eyeballs. My ocular tools here need tending to. So Gruck is actually fantastic to have, just for fun. What's over here? Ooh, that's a really cool ability. I like that. You'd see that I'm just destroying them. I just can just sit here and watch them kill everyone. They're just butchering everyone. Alright, so... oh, these are my harpies. Harpies, I don't want you dying. Let's bring you over... I don't really have any range units for me to worry about, so I'm just going to move you away for now. They still have that one tower. Well, damn. I was hoping they wouldn't. Alright, so I want all of you to kind of just move in now. Let's go. All of you can move down too. What about you? What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, Harpies, let's move you a little bit more. I'm gonna move in all of these Beastmen because it's very important that I do so. I'll kill some more swordsmen. I've got all these wiggity woodies. I've got Ungor Raiders. Evidently, I only named one of them. It's always fun to find out what I did when I was drunk. It's always stupid shit. It's never like anything really bad. It's just dumb shit. I'm like, oh, okay. Now that's a nice sight. You might have the training. You might have clothing. But I've got some other things too. Alright, let's bring in the Gore Bull and Taurox. Minotaurs are already here with my furry balls. And that's how we destroy the Empire. The battles aren't quick in Steel Faith. I don't believe they are. I think they're of a pretty proper and good length. Okay, those are handgunners. I'm very quick, so the good part about having what we have here is that I am pretty darn quick. Okay, those are the halberdiers. The Minotaurs are doing their parts. But halberdiers are going to cause some issues, so I'm going to have to get down here, I think. I'm going to have to start shooting them. I'm going to get all these bowmen, I think, to move down here. I'm a little bit worried about the Empire Knights. They could come after me if they so choose. So you know what, I'm going to move them back. I don't feel like dealing with his losses because they might shift and come after me. Alright, let's bring in all of these spearmen. At least two of them then. So if I bring them in, we go after the knights, they're not going to be able to move much, and so that's a good thing. Have I blinked? And Gorebull, Taurox, is having a great time. Look at his weapon strength now. 555. It's so much stronger than he was before. So that's fantastic. 25 kills for our melee specialist over here. Ooh, a poison debuff. Very nice, very nice. Alright. And the Beast Lord, he's been fighting for a long time. That's a fantastic buff, too. Love that buff. It's a great way to kind of finish off a good foe. Especially because the cooldown isn't too bad, so we just end up being able to fight whatever, whoever we want. Let's come over here now. We're going to bring in more spears if we can. Alright, it looks like they're mostly done for. Looks like we've broken most of them. That's exciting. The knights are probably doing their thing over here, but yeah, let's bring in these Ungors over here instead. We'll hit them from behind. Minotaurs are going to go push on those halberds. We've got 35 over 50 kills for the Heart Eater. Alright, Grug. Okay, well, maybe the cooldown's a little bit longer than I thought. So here we go now. Their speed is 68, I'm at 51, so that's not bad. Look, how fast are they? They're at 32. Oh my god. What a difference. So we were able to break down Talabheim early on. Who's left? Who's still standing here? I guess it's probably the knights. Makes sense. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring in the Minotaur gang. Where's my... Yeah, here we go. We were able to do it. The battle is won. Victory is mine. We're gonna end the fight now. Alright, alright, alright. That is a good battle won. Major enemy defeated. Looks like crashed. Okay, good. Phew, I was very scared for a brief moment. Alright, so I lost over 400, nearly 500. Again, they didn't really have a choice but to lose. They had no choice, right? They were stuck on a wall. That isn't great. That really cost them. So we'll see how that plays out. But the battle's won. We took out Bruno Santelli and his men. It was a garrison ill-prepared for the savage onslaught of Taurox the Brass Bull. I would like to think of him as just a unreliable, chaotic force of nature. You don't know where he's going to pop up. I wonder what I get if it's actually up here. I don't really have any idea, but Gift of Chaos. Ooh, look at that. Poison, very nice. Okay, so if I raise and defile, that gives me plus 10 to Bestial Rage. Constant casualty replenishment, plus 5% this army. Chaos Corruption goes up by 50 for the local region. Horde Growth goes up by 40. That actually feels more important than the money. Slug Skin. The gifts of chaos are many and varied, each bestowing a twisted boon or warped blessing from the ruinous ones in return for the recipient's service. Very nice, and I'm level 4. Brass Body. Oh, we certainly want that. I got some pretty cool stuff up here too, like Slug Skin for later. Interesting. Unholy Resilience would be nice, yeah. But we're gonna grab Brass Body for 1. The Dark Gods have rewarded Taurox's fell deeds with a body of shining metal. No more would he tire, no more would he have a moment's respite from the rage that consumed him. So, we got some, I'm assuming, regeneration. Okay, so no. We're getting armor, physical resistance, and perfect vigor, so he'll never tire out. Very nice. And then, I can just grab whatever over here. That's really nice. Let me go to look at what I want, though. Okay. Perfect vigor for all of my Minotaur units, rank 7 and above. Okay, so we can wait on that. The Blood Beast would give me a lot more health. It would give me more melee attack and a aura leadership effect of +10. That's a lot. That's more for raiding. It's more for raising. Okay. Those are for Centaurs. I don't really have too many of those, but we'll take these two. Apocalyptic Vision. Oh, well, we want to get all these skills here. Because if I get Apocalyptic Vision, I'll be able to just use a lot of that in the fight for a nice big boost to my melee attack, so we probably do want that. Lord's Army. That's more leadership for any of my Doom Bulls, so now they're stronger, and he's level 2. Alright, so what are we going to give you, buddy? What are you going to do for me, huh? +8 to melee attack. Could provide more. See, that's very nice for missile resistance, but I think I just want to kill more. Kill more and faster. So let's go take the Unrelenting Warherd for 1. Now we have even more melee attack, so whenever we're in a fight, oh man, we're going to be really buffed up and really powerful. Okay. Gruk, you have your own thing going on. Very cool, very nice. Let's see, what else am I going to give you? Upkeep goes down, very cool. Cheaper buildings, I like that. Blessed by Evil, you got your own little evil blessings going on. Okay, so we're looking at a lot of Bestial Rage to handle things. Use Beast Fast, sure. I'll just keep it there for now. Alright, so level 10 is whenever I'm able to get my first regiment of Renown. If I find a really cool modification for Steel Faith that adds in new units for the Beastmen, I'll check it out. But I'll try to get some more like visual variety in our army. But for now, I'm pretty pleased with how that went. If you'd like to see more tomorrow, do leave a like down below. It'd be very cool if we could hit like 500 likes or so. If you have any thoughts about my campaign, leave a comment down below too. I do read them and look forward to more later. Until then.